I wanted to post an update video on this new side garden bed that I was working on in the last couple of days. I posted an earlier video that talks about all the plants that I bought for this area and some of the reorganization that I was going to do in this area. So I'm really excited about how this turned out. Initially, I was only planning to go up till this point here, this tree here, but then as I was working on it, I kind of extended this bed all the way till the end of this walkway, so I kind of stopped right here. It's not full with plants right now, but the plan is that next spring, summer, I will enrich it with more plants and keep going with it. I kind of wanted to create this space so that next year I'm able to see how things are growing here and evolve this space. So I'll just go through the plants that I put in here and how I decided to put them there so that you can get an idea of how these look right now in this bed. So here in the front I put some coneflowers, Echinacea mix, and then I have 3 lavenders lining this bed here, and my thought is to kind of continue this all the way down with lavender. Let me know what you guys think, if that would look good in this bed or if I should do something different. And then I will plant some low ground cover type plants here next year, maybe some sedums, maybe something that spills over, and keep going with this. So you all know that this takes time and it's an evolution. The garden, it's not going to just happen in one planting or one season. So I'm excited to see how this evolves. I still have to mulch this area and finish up, but I just wanted to share this video with you. So in the back here I planted 3 hibiscus plants, perennial hibiscus. This one is Summerific, berry awesome, and the middle one is also Summerific, cranberry crush, and this one, which is already blooming here, is the vanilla, French vanilla Summerific plant. So I kind of planted a drift of these here, and I purposely didn't choose the same colors. I kind of wanted a mix of colors but the same type of flower. So they're all different and colorful, and I like it like that. I like my garden to be vibrant and colorful. So they are kind of all different, but when they all start blooming next year, they're going to be a drift of these big hibiscus flowers, which I really like. And there's my pinky Winky that I planted. It is in the back towards the near the fence. I took out some lilies and other plants from there. There is also another lower plant there, which I might just leave it there, and it might just kind of fill the area underneath the hydrangea. But I'll see how this grows next year and how big and how fast it grows, so that I can kind of move some of the plants that are beside it. But I think for the next year or two, they'll be fine where they are. This is like a fall sunflower, which kind of grows really tall in the back, so I might just leave it there because it adds a lot of color near the back fence, and I really loved it there because it bloomed all summer long. So I'm really excited about how this is going to look next year when everything is blooming. And the other thing I did was I moved the lily up front here. So this is a really pretty lily. It blooms a nice big yellow flower. I think it's called Chicago daylily or something like that, which I bought a few years ago, and it has a beautiful bloom. And then here are the 2 yellow Oh So Easy lemon zest roses. So I planted them here, and they're doing really well. They're giving me some new blooms, and they look really vibrant and pretty here. So I like how bright this yellow is, and it pretty much stays this bright, which I really like. Here is the Weigela that I planted. So this is the Sonic bloom Weigela in pink. So this is looking really good, and it is already flushing out some new flowers for me, which is really nice to see. And I like the longer bloom time on this plant because it gives you more for the same plant, and I like these varieties that are blooming all summer or rebloom, which is really nice. So in the back here I still have some older plants. I have a black-eyed Susan plant. I have some bleeding hearts back there which will bloom next year, and in the front here I have like a coneflower that I picked up on clearance. I think it's supposed to have the green and pink flowers, but I don't know, it's never bloomed for me. It was just a bunch of leaves on clearance, and I trusted what the tag said, so I'm not really sure how this is going to turn out, but so far the leaves look healthy. Maybe I'll get a bloom this fall, maybe not, and I'll see what this looks like next year. We'll keep you posted on how this plant does. Beside it I have another rose bush that was really struggling in a different place that I moved here. It has it has a mix of orange and yellow flowers, so I thought this would be a good spot for it since I already have some yellow roses, so it might just pull that color further on. So we'll see how this one does here. And then beside it I planted a new plant that in my garden that I found just recently. It's called the Firetail or Fleece flower, and it's really pretty. Like, it has these magenta red blooms and it has a really long bloom time. So I put this in this spot, and it's supposed to like take up a good amount of space, so I left a lot of space for it to spread. So we'll see how this one does next year, how it spreads, and I can then decide if this is a good spot for it. So it likes full sun to part shade, so I put it in this spot because it's a little less sunny than the other side. And I also put another hibiscus beside it. It's also the Berry Awesome hibiscus, so both ends will have those pink flowers, so I kind of wanted to put another pink on this side. And then in the back here I did a little bit of rearranging of the hostas. I moved some of the hostas around and make room for this little red bud seedling that somebody gave me, and I'm really excited because I always wanted an eastern red bud tree, and I found this seedling that somebody was giving. So I planted it here. We'll see how this one does and follow it. It's gonna take a few years, but I wanted to get it started because this tree beside it, this is a mountain ash tree. It is slowly dying, and I kind of wanted to have something that's growing beside it, so that when it's time for me to say goodbye to this tree, I have another tree that is growing and mature, a bit more mature, so that I will have something to look forward to. I really will miss this tree when it's done, but for now I am going to enjoy its beautiful blooms and berries. Like, it's covered in these orange berries which the birds really love, so I'm going to enjoy it for a little more while before I say goodbye to it. So here is another silverleaf dogwood shrub that I planted last year. It wasn't doing so well, and I kind of moved it in this spot, so I'm hoping that this is a better spot for it. I planted a variegated hosta close to it, which picks up the colors and the variegation on this dogwood, so I'm hoping this is a good spot for it, and it's happy here. And beside it I just transplanted some of my overflow in the perennial beds, where I had some black-eyed Susan plants and some coneflowers, seedlings that just self-seeded, and a couple of peonies that I started from bulbs this year, which are really tiny, but I'm hoping that next year they're able to grow bigger and maybe give me a bloom or two, and I know that the following year they'll do much better. So here it is. This is the entirety of the planting that I did in this bed so far. It is growing, it's evolving. Let me know what you guys think about this change. I miss a little bit of the greenery that the grass was providing here, but I think that once this is full of plants and interesting plants, it is going to start to look better and nicer. So I'm really hoping that, you know, in time, maybe next year or the year after, this can fill up and be how I had envisioned it. This is a pot that I have with mint and lemon balm, so I kind of moved it along here to add a little bit of separation and interest. And here are the little lime hydrangeas that I posted in my other video that I put in just a couple of weeks ago, and they're doing really well. So this area is kind of changing, evolving. I'm happy to share this transformation with you, and let me know if you guys have any suggestions for this area, if you think I should do a drift of lavender going down this walkway, or if I should do something different. And particularly, what do you think about these choices of plants? Do you like them? And do you have them in your garden, and do you love them? So here it is. This is the side garden, and I wanted to post an update video and share with you all the work I've been doing in the last couple of days. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you have an awesome day. Till we meet again, bye.